Bitcoin has just confirmed the highest monthly candle for Bitcoin in history, and while this is happening, more than $200 million worth of Bitcoin short liquidations are eyeing up here exactly above us around that $107,000 level. I'm gonna be exactly talk about this most recent crash we created on the market, about the upcoming CME gap we will be creating over the course of this weekend. I'm gonna be talking about the reasons why we did saw a move towards the downside on the Bitcoin price action, and much more about the very important retest we of course are seeing right now here, and much more here. So without any further ado, guys, this video will be packed with very relevant information about this most recent crash here, about what is likely to be happening next year, and of course I'm gonna be doing a deep dive in towards altcoins because Ethereum is starting to break this major downward sloping trend line. So don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. First of all, of course, Bitcoin confirmed a new highest monthly candle close here, and that is ultimately a very bullish signal here. I mean, this is also the first ever monthly candle close above $100,000. And yes, the only reason why we did saw a slight little correction over the course of last weekend was due to the fact that, of course, we did saw Donald Trump implement some new tariffs beginning 1st of February. So literally today here. So he implemented 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and 10% for China. So this is actually a very big thing here, because this is obviously going to be having a very big effect on the worldwide economy. That you have to understand, due to these tariffs, if people want to avoid it, the best way to do it is just for crypto, because with crypto you can send your transactions borderless without any, of course, tariffs or whatsoever. So honestly, I ultimately think this is a great development for more adoption on Bitcoin and crypto. But of course, on the imminent short term, the economy is taking a slight little hit on this news here. But yeah, with that being said, right now also we are creating once again a new CME gap, and to of course look exactly where the CME gap is going to be ending. It's of course once again going to be at the beginning of Monday. And yes, guys, right now, this weekend around, we're creating a CME gap sitting around, to be exact, 100.5k here. So Bitcoin is creating a new CME gap. We're most likely, once again, just like previous weekends as well, going to hover around this price here. We always do that. And of course, if we do create a bigger CME gap, and let's say we do see a big gap getting created, so we push towards the upside before the end of the Sunday, or we push towards the downside, do remember that usually like in a couple days, we tend to fill up this gap here, just like we did last weekend, just like we did the weekend before, just like we did the weekend before that. Every single time it happens like that here. So you have to understand that most likely Bitcoin is either around that Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday going to be trading back around this price here. And only like 1% of all the times here is that we create a CME gap and never see it again here. So that is important to understand right now, and the perspective for the upcoming, what is it, like 3 to 4 days here right now on Bitcoin. We are creating, of course, this major falling wedge pattern, and actually this falling wedge pattern is right now breaking out here, and we are actually right now seeing this previous resistance flip into support for Bitcoin right now here. We're retesting this exact level right now, and if we're just going to be looking at the liquidation heat map, we can see that more than $200 million worth of Bitcoin short liquidations are laying around that $107,000 level, and ultimately Bitcoin always chases the liquidity, and now the major liquidity is laying above us, so it would make a lot of sense that we are going to grab out this liquidity and of course squeeze them out of the market. Because yes, if Bitcoin, let's say, will have a massive dump here, for sure we will first see a liquidity grab to wipe out all those positions before going lower. But of course, if we're going to go higher, usually we also see a liquidity grab on the lower side, which was basically this move right here, or what you can also see on this chart right now. This was also basically a liquidity grab, fooling and of course hitting most of people's stop loss, and then you went higher. So that is a very common structure Bitcoin creates all the time here. And if you're right now looking at the 4 hourly time frame, you can just see that Bitcoin is in a major consolidation phase. We're right now seeing downward sloping resistance getting extended, upper sloping support getting extended, flipping into resistance right now, and of course the previous resistance flipping into support right now here. So ultimately Bitcoin is looking very strong right now here. Honestly, we're just seeing a major consolidation, and the previous support is getting retested. So like I said on yesterday's video, I am not going to be confirming that we're going to go towards new all-time highs. until we're breaking above this high right here, because this is going to be just a very important level for Bitcoin to be breaking above of. And honestly, you can see in the previous cycles as well here that it doesn't really make all too much sense that we are right now not going to see another push higher if we're just looking at the structure in the market right now here. And if we're just purely going to be looking at the performances from the previous cycles, compare them to each other, it really makes no sense at all that we are going to be topping out here. And you should really approach it from the days from of the halving to, of course, see whenever the market top is likely in here. And if we're going to compare these cycles here, this, if we would be topping out right now here, it will be the earliest cycle to ever top out here. But I personally do not think that is going to be the case this time around here. And of course, as soon as time is going to be passing, guys, I am going to be probably more conservative. I am going to be more bearish, because that is when, of course, the charts and indicators are going to tell us we are likely going to be heading in towards a bear market. So also right now, looking at the BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF inflows, they bought over $360 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday again here. Also buying some Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum is looking very strong right now here. I'm very excited for that as well. Because if you're just looking at Ethereum right now here, I'm going to do a little bit of a deeper dive in towards it a little bit later. But we're creating this perfect falling wedge pattern with the price target sitting around $4,000. It has been outperforming Bitcoin for 3 days in a row right now here, which is, in my opinion, quite a very strong signal. And of course, as soon as we do break the downtrend, I mean, we have broken above it and right now are seeing actually a retest. We could be flying up here towards this target around $4,000. And I personally have some trades open on Ethereum, not only, but also on some major layer 2s on Ethereum. And that could be, of course, provide very much great value, since, yeah, I do think Ethereum is going to be taking some shine back here in the market. And guys, if you want to be trading Ethereum or any other altcoins, just like I am currently doing, guys, the best way to do so is definitely on Blofin. And if you're right now sign up an account using the highest link below, guys, on today's video to Blofin, first of all, make sure to check it out if it's available in your region. But if it is, guys, you will be able to get an insane deposit bonus worth over $100,000. I mean, you can get a Porsche 911, a Rolex, and all these other crazy things here, even a Bali Villa worth over $55,000. Guys, check it out in the link description of today's video. Start trading over there. It's the best exchange with the best liquidity, with the most amount of listings, the fastest amount of listings. And yeah, that is just the best way to go for if you want to be starting to trade cryptocurrencies. So yeah, with that out of the way, guys, we of course are looking still at the bigger perspective on Bitcoin. Like I said earlier in this video, I talked about the Bitcoin dominance, which is right now actually coming down ever so slightly for the first time. But that's due to the fact that Ethereum is taking some territory back compared to Bitcoin. So we're going to be closely watching Ethereum. But whenever we confirm the break of this trend, guys, we could be in for a major rally higher. Just like last time around, we saw this major candle higher. We are right now expecting a very similar move here for Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum is looking very strong, and if we go very fast here. And honestly, I won't be surprised if this is going to be happening. I mean, yeah, Ethereum is always a very great chain here. Honestly, it got hated quite a lot here. A lot of people don't have it on their accounts, have not been buying Ethereum because they have been hearing it's being shit. And honestly, that is, of course, the best reason to be buying it. If everyone thinks it's not going to go higher, it is most likely going to go higher. So I'm very excited for Ethereum. Also, compared to the Bitcoin chart, we are creating some, yeah, very interesting bottom signals right now here. And if we have to be believing the charts here, guys, honestly, February has been one of the most bullish months for altcoins in bull market years. So let's see how it's going to be playing out this time around here. But I'm very excited for it here. And here you can see some comparisons for basically the total cryptocurrency market cap divided by Bitcoin. It really looks like it is going to be popping anytime soon here. And so far, it clearly has not popped yet here. So Bitcoin against Ethereum, you can see the comparisons. Whenever we do break above that high, you are most likely going to be flying quite heavily higher. So very excited still for Ethereum on how it is looking, guys. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, if you did like the video, don't forget to share it with your friends. Slap on that like button and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.